What's good, YouTube? Is the one and only COEV, and welcome to COEV Reacts. Now, this is a different video. It's gonna be a reaction video, but it's more of a reaction commentary type of video. And this is gonna be one of them that I'm not gonna edit, so y'all can hear it got like the lo-fi music in the background probably playing. Hopefully it's not too loud, hopefully it's not too low, because I don't want it to be dull or nothing like that. But from the title, as y'all can see, we about to talk about the complex list. People always, like, these platforms always releasing lists or whatever like that here and there every now and then. But I want to talk about this complex list called Hip Hop Media Power Ranking. Now, I've been having like thoughts about what hip hop media should be in today's time. A lot of people that's a part of hip hop media or a part of hip hop in general have been complaining a lot about different sources of hip hop media in today's time, especially when it comes to social media and stuff like that. And just the type of people that's running these pages, and just the integrity that they have, and just so much that I want to get into it in another video, in a deeper video, in a more commentary video. That like I just want to write it down, and I'm doing like writing and in hand motion, but I'm really gonna be typing. But like I just really want to type it, you know, and get like really have it prepared, so like when I get ready to say everything I wanted to say, it's gonna be, you know, good. But we're gonna go into this and just see what it is. I did see a few names. I did look at the complex page on Twitter, not Twitter, on Instagram, and I seen a few names. So Hip Hop Media Power Ranking 2025. I think I did see the one from last year, 2024, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see, Joe Budden is on here. I was just about to spoil it for y'all because I already seen what number he is, and what number Akademiks is on here. Because of course Akademiks he has to be on here, regardless of what anybody say. Akademiks has to be on here. Charlemagne as well, and I do feel like I'm glad Nadeska is on the list as well. Somebody that is on the list, a couple people that's on the list that I'm a little skeptical of. But I just get to those names when we get to it. Like I said, I'm not editing none of this, so y'all just seen me drink this water and whatnot, and I won't, like, you know, spill that. So I'm debating on if I should read all of this. Maybe I should, because of the fact that maybe it give us like some type of criteria of who's on here, because I need to know for sure. Let me see, is this a person who did this? Complex Annual Hip Hop Media Power Ranking return for its third year, spotlighting the most influential figures in rap coverage, from streamers to podcasters to critics. And these are the names. I'm not gonna say none of these names, because some of this I do not know how to pronounce. But anyway, the article says, when it comes to power and shaping the culture, the divide in hip hop media has never been more chaotic. On one side, there's an old guard, podcasters, radio DJs, and resident unks who interview vets and break down the nitty-gritty album sales, the state of the genre, and who's in the top 3 right now. They're focused on upholding a traditional ethos, trying to preserve what hip-hop used to be. There's a good chance that they sat down with clips for their rollout, most likely. Is that like a dig at the people that wanted to talk the clips or something? Because, like, hey, I don't know. On the other, you have the wild new bunch, streamers and YouTubers farming clips all over the internet. They're tapped into the underground, deep in niche pockets, often taking their audiences on experimental adventures or offering behind the scenes access in ways traditional media can't. Facts. And in this day and age, merely reacting to new rap music and entertainment. Hold on. Merely reacting to new rap music in an entertaining way can qualify as hip hop media. Unfortunately, that is true. Kind of unfortunate. I'm not gonna say unfortunately. I'm only saying unfortunately because there's certain people that's on this list, and I'm hoping it isn't worse. I'm gonna just continue reading. Finally, the split mirrors the current musical landscape defined less blah 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 blah. And this year, you know, I don't feel like reading all that. When we say power, we're talking about cultural influence, the ability to move conversation and dominate headlines. Now I get it, and now I understand. Okay. Most of them work across multiple video platforms because, let's face it, even the most popular hip hop writer has a shorter reach than a consistent YouTuber. Facts. We're ranking individuals, not shows. We rank individuals, not shows, though in a few cases duos and collectives made the cut based on their joint presence. We strive. I'll go ahead and spoil this. This is interesting because I did see Z's and Blue on here, who should be on here. But yeah, we strive to be non-judgmental when evaluating content. Some names here traffic and clickbait or salacious material, but they built real audiences, and that impact can't be overlooked. Dog, I don't know why it's taking me so long to read this goofy shit. But anyway, and finally, yes, once again, no one complex is eligible. Sorry, Speedy, but a few alums did make the list. You know what? I understand that. That's why a complex probably shouldn't be doing this. It should be somebody else. Because I feel like Speedy probably should be on here. Maybe. I don't know who John. So number 25, John Karamanica. I don't know who that is. Featured on the podcast. New York Times. Known for smart and insightful. I don't know who that is, so we gonna keep going. Z is and Belu, number 24. I think them being on here is dope. How they did the back in the day, they used to do the YouTube videos reacting to people's music videos and whatever like that, but also they used to be there were certain videos that they react to, certain songs that they react to, where they would invite people to come on their streams or whatever like that. And when I say people, I'm talking about the artists. So I do think they the ones that really paved the way for people to be like, okay, let's bring the actual artists onto their streams, or you know, their content or whatever like that. So he was the main one that paved the way for that. I remember Dante, he had SSS and Tashion playing Fortnite with him. Like that's like a famous little live stream clip. And I'm gonna leave it at them two because they're mainly doing does reactions, and they're the ones that mainly do things involving music related content. Not to mention they dabbled in making music as well. Specifically, Dante. He makes music. Shout out to him. Shout out for him. He from VA, just like me. So them two count. And the reason why I say that because I know Ninja, he streamed with Drake, and that's like a very popular stream. So I didn't really want to. He doesn't count at all. But yeah, but Z's and Below is the ones that paved the way for people like Aiden Ross to bring musicians to their streams, and they paved the way for he paved the way for people like Cass and that to do it as well. In Platform Mats. This guy, Shawn Cee, I've seen a few of his interviews, his videos. I think he should be on this list. Shout out to him. I want to do an interview with him one day, and I want to do a reaction to one of my music. videos or something like that with Z's and Billy. Angela Yee at number 22. I don't know if she is considered hip hop media. Maybe like cultural media or whatever like that. Maybe they put her on here because she was on the Breakfast Club at one point and she still has a podcast. Let's see. Last year ranking, she was number 17. So hold on, let me see something. Shawn J with his last year ranking was 24. He's 23 now. Zias and Billy weren't even on that last year. Okay, that's interesting. We're gonna keep going. Bootleg Kev at number 21. He should be on this list. Shout out to Bootleg Kev. His last year ranking was 14. Interesting. Big boy. Shout out to everybody that used to hear his radio show. Dog, if you used to hear his radio show within the months of August to June, because I know for us it was September to June. For some of y'all it's August to May. If you was listening, if you heard that during like if you heard that on the radio at all, you was definitely late for school, or you just did not go that day, because that was one of them radio stations where it would be early in the morning, but around the time that they would be playing, it would have been around that time that we would have supposed to have been in school and type stuff, you know what I'm saying? But he was number 16 last year. That's crazy. Nadeska, shout out to Nadeska. I used to watch Everyday Struggle every day. Back when her and Akademiks and Joe Budden used to be on there, and I feel like she don't get enough respect for what she does. Last year ranking she was at 19, so she's still at 19. Shout out to Nadeska. Real journalism. Now I scrolled through this list. I was thinking about making like a video to it, like I'm doing now, but I scrolled through the list and I seen this next person because I was low-key thinking, y'all already seen it, but I was low-key thinking he should be on here. I thought he should have been on here last year, but he wasn't, as you can see. And in number 18 is DDG. I do want to see exactly why they put him on here, if they say it. Known for blending his skills as a content creator and rapper to craft innovative content. I have a prediction. Next year, DDG will either be completely off this list or top 3. Interesting. He's one of the most famous people here, with his romantic relationships constantly making headlines and his antics at Streamer University dominating coverage. But is he really part of hip hop media? Yes, kinda. If you putting Kai up here, yes he is. You could argue that for a stretch he's wow, my literacy kicking in. Nah, but he's become a leader in the hip hop streaming world, taking the ethos of Platform Max in the Booth series to another level, recording an album live on stream with people like Rob 49, Khalifa, why didn't you just say Wiz Khalifa? I don't know why, and more. The album might not have been raging success, but I can appreciate the swing. And at times he's been a voice in the midst of new headlines. When Bad Baby was in the middle of her dust up our Alabama, what? She went to see DDG. I don't know why that last part was in there. That don't make no sense. I'm a little interested in this part when it says next year. I have a prediction. Next year he either gonna be on the list. He either gonna be off the list or he gonna be top 3, and that's kind of interesting. Now I'm not gonna say he's gonna be off the list. I think DDG may be top 10 for sure. It all depends on what he do. I do think he should get nominated at the streamings for like breakout streamer of the year. I do think he probably should win that as well. I think that'd be cool to see him win an award, because that would be a little bit different than getting a YouTube plat. Because if anybody, if they work hard enough, they're gonna get a YouTube plat. Especially if, like, gang subscribers or whatever like that. But everybody ain't gonna get an award. But then again, I don't know. Everybody ain't gonna get a YouTube plat, so I don't know. I think that'd be cool to see him get that. I don't think he'll be nominated for Streamer of the Year though. But who knows? Like, it's late July. Let's see. We got August, September, because he got the Love Show dropping in August, which was supposed to have been around this time. But Platform Max came back to streaming and he did his. So I know he's gonna wait like a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks before he do his. Then he gonna take like a 2 week, maybe 1 or 2 week break. So he either gonna, let's see, August, September, October is when they start nominating people. So I don't know. And I think they have it in November. Yeah. So who knows? And who knows what next year will hold. But I do think he'll be top 10. Number 17, Elliot Wilson. I think he should be on this list. Shout out to Elliot. Last year ranking was number 5. I think people did complain about that last year, that he shouldn't have been that high. And then you ask certain people, they would have said, nah, he should have been higher. He should have been that high or higher. DJ Head, shout out DJ Head. He won on this list last year. That's interesting. Shout out to Jadakiss and Fat Joe for being number 15. Okay. Last year ranking they went on here, which makes sense because they just recently dropped their podcast. Which makes me think though, since they just was on here, like, since they just got here, right, and they just started their podcast, before I started recording, I was sitting here thinking, what's the point of doing this list so early, like, and so soon? Like, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea at all. Cause it's just so sudden. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. Well, not for them. I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking about, like, I don't know if I said it because I'm yapping and I don't know if I just said it or not. But it's just the whole thing of, like, I was just thinking, like, when did they make this list? What's the criteria? When did they? Well, I already read the criteria, but, like, the time frame is what I'm really thinking about. Like, when exactly, like, what time frame exactly counts? Like, is it from January to now, or what? Who knows? Like, you could probably have like a really good 3 months and can be on here. Like, let's say, for instance, right? Let's say, back in January, I started streaming for like I did 20 days straight. I was supposed to do 90. Let's say I was posting content, because last year I was super consistent. So let's say earlier this year, back in January, I ended up being super consistent. And let's say I would have ended up being so consistent where I ended up gaining a lot of subscribers and a lot of attention for being like hip hop media or whatever like that. Would I count in a situation like that? I don't know. Just in like a 6 month time frame, like, would I even count? Shouldn't it be like a 12-year time frame? Like, that's my thing. I don't know. I don't know if they counting from the last time that they did this list or what. But anyway, I've been talking for like 20 minutes and we ain't even got through half of it yet. I don't think we have. This lo-fi beat. Hold on. Shannon Sharp is number 14. I don't know. Now we're getting into another person that I'm skeptical about as far as being on this list for hip hop media. No, he's not hip hop media. He's not hip hop media. I get it. I read the criteria, but he's not hip hop media. He's cultural media, but he's not hip hop media. Just because he has had interviews with hip hop artists doesn't mean he should be considered hip hop media. Number 13, Trap Lord Ross. Yeah, he's here. Yep. He was number 20 last year. Number 12, E-Bro. Shout out to E-Bro. What number? He was number 7 last year. So I'm noticing like a lot of the old school people are dipping lower. This lo-fi be low-key hard. Hold on. I'm just hearing something. I know I need to sample that or whatever it is, but yeah, number 12, E-Bro. He was number 7 last year, and like I said, I'm noticing a lot of their artists, not an artist, but a lot of the older acts, a lot of the older media is lower now. Like, who was just lower? Big Boy was lower. Who else was lower? Head was lower. No, he wasn't on this list last year at all. But Elliot was lower. I thought I seen somebody else that's Big Boy. That's who it was. In Bootleg Kev. I still don't think Angela Yee counts. She just like she's similar to Shannon Sharp to me. Said Trap Lord Ross. Okay, yeah. All right, number 11, Nori. Let's see if I feel like he was probably most likely higher up in the list, like as like top. He's probably he was top 10 for sure. So he probably was like 7 or 8. I'm predicting to say he was number 8. He was number 11, so he's still number 11. Interesting. Depending on what the top 10 is, I will put him higher. I don't know. Shout out Nora. Shout out Drink Chance. I want to go on there one day. Number 10, Gillian Wallow and Gilly. What number was they with last year? Number 9. They number 10 now. That don't really count as them dipping lower. But shout out to them. I want to go on there one day as well. Rory Mal, number 9. Shout out Rory Mal. I used to watch the Joe Budden pod, and I watched that pod too as well sometimes. That was number 13 last year. Now they higher. Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense. I think the Fantano was number 8. He was 8 last year. Okay, that's him in this makes sense as well. Even though I don't know if I can really call him hip hop media, but I will say he's music media in a way. It's just they add content creators. I go ahead and say like, yeah, he's definitely music media. I don't know if I want to specifically say hip hop media, but it's one of those situations where it's like, I respect it. You feel me? Nardwar definitely should be on this list. What number was he last year? Number 10. Yeah, shout out to Nardwar. I want to do a Nardwar interview one day. I don't know if he should be number 7. I do top 10 for sure. Like he was 10 last year. I don't know if he should be higher this year though. I don't know. DJ Vlad, come on, dog. He's not hip hop media. He's not hip hop media. He was number 6 last year as well. Now, just because he has interviewed a few rappers here and there, or a few people that was associated with rappers, I don't think he's hip hop media, because he interviewed a bunch of different people. It's just random. But then, like, I don't know, it's kind of my same gripe with I don't feel like going into details, but I do have my thoughts about Trap Lord Ross, and they kind of tie into thoughts of people like Vlad, people like who might end up being on this list as well. I don't know, but who was on this? What's his name? No Jumper. Now let me see who number 5. I think before I go, I think 5 was Platform Max, either 5 or 4. I'm spoiling it, but I shouldn't have did that. Charlemagne the God is number 5. Okay, him be on one of their list. Hold on, before I said Vlad was 6. He was also 6 last year. What is Charlemagne? He was 4 last year. Okay, shout out to Charlemagne. I do want to go on the Breakfast Club. I'm gonna rearrange this entire list once I finish. Platboy Max is number 4. He won on this list last year. Since they add content creators, I guess you can say he is a part of hip hop media. So I will put him at 4. I guess not. I wouldn't put him at 4, but I will put him on the list. Is what I mean. Joe Budden, shout out Joe Budden. Shout out to Joe Budden Pod. He was number 2 last year. I think I already know who number 1 is, and I just disagree with it. I just disagree with who number 1 is. I already know. I'm gonna just go ahead and give y'all the spoiler. I know Joe Budden is 3, Akademiks is 2, and of course Kai Cenat is number 1. Kai is not hip hop media. If anything, and I think this is what people was complaining about last year, Platboy and Max should have been higher than Kai as far as hip hop media. Wait a minute, didn't this shit just come out a few months ago? I just thought about that. Wait a minute, cause Max didn't blow up the way he did. Like Max's name started trending a lot around like right before that list came out. His name has been trending a lot for an entire year. Like it's been like it's kind of more recent. So unless time going by that fast, but something's off. Hold on. Maybe I'm thinking about a different list. Maybe I'm thinking about content creators. They released a list though recently. I think it was like hip hop content creators. I don't know. It wasn't hip hop media though. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I understand Akademiks being higher than Joe because he's actually in hip hop and he actually does stream and talk about hip hop related things. But Kai is, and like, plus he has a hip hop page. I don't think it's right to have Akademiks at number 2. He was number 1 last year, which makes sense. Joe Budden was number 2, which makes sense. And Kai was I think he was number 3 last year, which did not make sense. Top 5, it's cool. I respect that, but it's just, I don't know. I just look at Kai as a little too much of a content creator and does a little too much as a just regular content for him to be here at number 1. But I don't know. I did say I was gonna rearrange this list. Like I was gonna make my own list, but you know what? I'd rather just say it as I'm scrolling. So I would say Kai should definitely be top 10 out of this entire list for sure. But just off the pure fact that I don't think he's hip hop media. Just because he's had maybe a couple of rappers on his stream, just a couple, and then he does reactions just like a lot of other content creators. So it's like, I don't think he should be top 5 in general. I do think Platboy Max though, he should be top 5. I think it should be Akademiks is 1. It makes the most sense. The nigga owns and runs a hip hop page. Plus he streams 20,000 people across multiple platforms. Like, it doesn't make sense why he isn't number one again. Joe Budden, a rapper, a former rapper. He's still a rapper. Come on, dog. We rappers at heart. Who owns or runs a podcast. It's not a he off and on. He'd be like, it's not a music podcast or it's not a hip hop podcast. But come on, talk about music almost every episode. And then a lot of the guests are musicians. Since the podcast has also come off like kind of like a media platform. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I think he should be number 2 as well. Honestly, top 3 should be literally this. The 2, 3, and 4 should be 1, 2, and 3. It should be Akademiks is number 1. Joe Budden is number 2. Platboy Max is number 3. Number 4, maybe. Let's keep going. Number 4. Out of this entire list, though, number 4 out of this entire list. I'm about to say something that niggas not gonna like. But you know what? Nah, I'm not. Number 4 probably should be I low-key want to put him as number 4, but let me go through this list. Not Nadeska. It's hard for me to not to say her or DJ Head or Ebro. I would rather say number 4 should be. I would say number 4 should be a mix between either. There's a toss up between Ebro, Nadeska, and Shawn Jawade, and Zias and Bilu. So that's 4 people. I would say, you know what? Forget it. I would say he should be number 4. Zias and Bilu number 5. I would say, honestly, I would say Ebro number 6. 7 would be DJ Head. 8 would be Nadeska. I'm gonna go ahead and say forget it. I go ahead and throw Kai as at number 9, and then throw DDG at 10, and then maybe I don't know. No, I'm not. He's not 10. And I'm off a lot now because I just thought about Charlemagne is right here, and Nardwar is right here, and Anthony Fantano is right here. So if I'm being honest, I would go ahead and go back 1 Act, 2 Joe, 3 Platboy Matt, 4 I'd just go ahead and give it to Charlemagne. 5 I give it to. I can't give it to Nardwar as 5. I get Rory Mal number 5. Nah. Gillian Wallow is number. I don't care. Look. Well, that's the list. I've been doing this video for like 30 minutes, and I got stuff I gotta do. I got more reactions. But yeah, that's the list. Me knowing that I want to do this music stuff and like, you know, blow up and then get that taken serious. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to be on this list, knowing the type of content that I do and I want to continue doing or whatever like that. And knowing how far I want it to go. But I don't know. It's not an inspiration to be like on this list. It'd be cool to be on a list like this, but like, yeah, I do want to be on a list like this, but I don't know if I can call myself hip hop media. I don't know. But of course, this is like a numbers game or whatever like that. They'll put like the people that gets the most views on stuff as whatever, like number. I don't know. We saw the criteria. But anyway, man, if y'all like this commentary, if y'all like this video, y'all like this reaction, my bad for the camera glitching because I'm clicking stuff on my Google Chrome and my computer is trash. But if y'all like this video, man, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button because I got more and better content on the channel and more and better content coming soon. And yeah, follow me on my socials at COEVtv. Y'all seen it all moving down at the bottom. And you can just hit my link tree in the description or in the comment section. And you can find all my socials and all my different YouTube channels for every different niche or whatever like that. And you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and check that out. Check those out. Whatever you're interested in. But most importantly, if you do want to see somebody try to grow as, you know, be one of the next people in hip hop media, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Go ahead and hit that like button so we can spread out. You feel me? But yeah, it's the one on the COEVtv. Thank y'all for watching. And I'm out.